Hi friends, Amol Patil this side, your photography mentor, and I'm glad to be back with one more episode of Review Your Students' Photographs. I hope you all had a wonderful Diwali holidays, right? And you made the best of your photography knowledge, clicking pictures of different destinations you had been to, your family portraits, your friends, and of course the yummy sweets and Diwali farad as they say. Great. I could see it on the group. It's really happening. A lot of pictures being posted and wonderful pictures to say the least. Right? Unfortunately, as I said, I need to be more consistent with the reviews. But as and when I get time, definitely I will be taking time out. Right? And as you can see, the family, the Masterpix family is also increasing day by day. Many new members, enthusiastic members are getting added to the group, and we are growing, right? So all the old ones, the veterans in the group, I mean, it's your responsibility to keep posting good pictures, keep inspiring so that our freshers also take note and get inspired and start posting pictures, right? So don't just rely on me saying that I will come review your pictures. I mean, you're experts now, as I can see from your pictures. So please give your critical comments, right? Which should be welcomed by one and all, right? And as I said, whenever I get time, I would be definitely getting on line and talking about your pictures. So without any further ado, let's get started. And here we are. So as I said, a lot of action happening here, right? A lot of pictures and beautiful pictures, and it would be humanly impossible for me to select each and every picture and talk about it, but then I'm really happy with what I see. Okay, so that holds good for each and everybody of you who has been actively contributing with the pictures. Okay, right. So let me just select a few and give you my opinion about it, right? And what better to start with than food photography after Diwali vacations, right? Focaccia mozza roasted veg. I hope I have pronounced it right, Xavier's, right? Focaccia mozza roasted veg. I mean, Mamma Mia. I mean, the name of the dish itself is so interesting that I'm just dying to try it out in a restaurant in Goa, right? But then let's stick to reviewing it and visually enjoying the dish in front of me, right? So as they say in food photography, your food should be, I mean, tempting. It should be enticing. Okay, it should be luscious to enjoy. I mean, enjoyed by the eyes first. Okay, so when it comes to food, you first eat with your eyes and then taste with your palate, and full marks on that front. Okay, it looks really tempting and inviting. Right? So good, Xavier's. Coming to the light part of it. Experiment with the light. Okay, so it could be front lit, it could be side lit, left hand side, right hand side, and most importantly backlit as well. Okay, the light coming from the back. So again, as I can see, Xavier's the light from the back side of the platter, I mean, it's doing justice to the dish, right? So invest in soft boxes because you don't want a very harsh light to come onto your food and making it very flat. Okay, there are textures on your food which should be very much visible, and that comes out only with the help of soft light, and that too directional light. Okay, so good job with the lighting here, right? Diffuse light is what works good for food photography. Even the angle of the camera, try different angles: front angle, side angle, 45-degree angles, top view. Okay, so when you have your platter ready, try different angles. You never know which angle works best. Okay, so if you have the subject, if you have the food laid out, you should attempt to get multiple shots in different angles and from different angles of the light as well. Okay, I'm sure you would have done that. Since you have posted only one picture, I thought I should mention that. Right? Fresh ingredients. When it comes to food, freshness is everything. It should reflect through your picture, and as I can see, it's all very fresh, right? I mean, particularly the basil leaves on the top. I mean, that's really helping you out with the food layout, right? I mean, in food photography, it's like you do not have to wait for your food to cook completely and then plate it before you take the pictures, because sometimes what happens, you see, overcooked food or fully cooked food becomes soggy, texture deteriorates and things like that. So no harm using half cooked food for food photography. Okay, because of the firmness and the texture that it retains when it is half cooked, you can very well make use of half cooked and not necessarily wait till it is fully cooked. Okay, when it comes to food photography, plating plays a very important role. I'm not a food expert or anything like that, but then I really enjoy my food. Okay, I try like trying different dishes, the local cuisines wherever I travel. So I have a little bit of understanding when it comes to food, because I really enjoy having different cuisines, right? So from my experience as a photographer, plating plays a very important role, and I can see the wooden base is going on, is complementing the food, right? Make use of the ingredients. Okay, sprinkle a little bit of coriander, a little bit of basil leaves. Make use of the ingredients that goes inside the food to actually accentuate your picture when it comes to plating and using it as a prop. So that is the point I'm coming to. Okay, so the point here to remember is use fresh ingredients used in the dish for cooking, so that you have a synergy in your picture. Okay, so if it's a Chinese dish, you know what goes into a Chinese dish. Okay, the spring onions, the green spring onions sprinkled around, the chilies, the red chilies and the green chilies around the dish. Okay, so that should work wonders for your plating, right? And what else? If I could just suggest some improvements, I would say a little bounce light from the front end would have helped the cause, because as you can see, this particular area, right, this particular part is a little too dark, so I would have used a reflector to reflect some light onto this area. Okay, so that is the only improvement I see, right? And talking about plating, too much food on the plate is also not recommended. Okay, so let your audience focus on to the point of interest. So it could be only one piece of food with the ingredients acting like a prop, enhancing the platter. Okay, here no problem with that. The focus is on the main point of interest, right? And it is also recommended to have some human element whenever possible, right? Like for example, if it's a cheesy dish like a pasta or anything else with a lot of cheese, maybe somebody pouring the hand pouring cheese on it, something like that. So even that helps in food photography, right? So overall, Xavier's full marks, and keep clicking, keep posting. And whenever we are in Goa, definitely Route 66 is the destination we know. Great. What else do we have? Let me see. Okay. Okay, it's a sunbird, right? But the beauty about this particular picture is the perfect symmetry that Manjunath has captured. Okay, a perfect symmetry of the stem, the leaf, and the bird perched on it. So full marks to the composition, Manjunath. Shallow depth of field, soft creamy background, helps you isolate the subject from the background. So again, perfect execution. Vertical composition, yes, again helps accentuate the composition because the vertical layout really brings out the symmetry part. Focus, I'm sure looks okay, right? No problem with the focus, and good execution, Manjunath, right? So keep clicking and posting so that I can give you my expert comments, and that is how I intend to, we should all intend to improve. What else? Anything else I have earmarked for discussion today? Yes. Yeah. This is the one. Velvet fronted Natach. Karthikeyan. Absolutely gorgeous picture, Karthikeyan. I know it's a very small bird, and getting a picture of it, picture of this particular bird itself is an achievement, because it's a very swift bird, very fast bird, right? I have tried clicking it a couple of times on my bird tours, but then this is one of the best I have seen, right? Full marks to the focus, absolutely spot on the eyes, okay, on the money, as they say, and the soft, gorgeous background blur that you have been able to achieve. It helps isolate the subject from the background, right? And overall, full marks to you, Karthikeyan. I've been following your pictures. Your entire album is worth mentioning, but then, as I said, possibly I cannot cover all pictures, but then I hope to review as many as them possible. Fine? Great. So let's leave it at that, right? And hope to catch up on more postings in the group, and you can expect me to be more regular, right? And I will sincerely try to do that. Okay, bye bye and happy clicking and happy posting. See you in the next review session. Till then, see you.